What up, squad? I'm Leland with Sports Dissected, and on this episode of Equipment Headquarters, or EQ.HQ for short, we give you an inside look at how BYU selects their football uniform for the season. Let's check it out. So I'm here with Josh Wire, the Director of Football Equipment Operations.
Yes.
I got it. So what are we going to see today?
So we're going to go over our uniform combinations, kind of the process on how we pick those combinations throughout the year, our helmets, analytics we use with our helmets, as well as decaling them and kind of picking the combination for those as well.
Now, from the outside looking in, it seems that BYU may not have very many uniform combinations, but you're going to show us something different today, right?
Yeah. Well, we really only have 4 uniforms, a white version and a dark version of the uniforms. But with the combination of face mask and helmet colors, we can come up with a different variation to where we don't wear the same combination twice throughout the year.
Nice. So the first thing I noticed when I walked in is the vintage uniforms. Explain to me what these are.
So right here we have our current coaches on staff, what they wore when they played here. So you get a wide range of kind of the style that we had, the throwback there, the bib with our head coach and our corners coach, and then our more traditional look here with our running backs coach and our defensive ends and our special teams coordinator. Up top, we kind of have the evolution of our helmets, kind of what we started at, and then kind of what we're at now.
Another kind of thing I've noticed, my first question was, when was orange ever used? But then that also led me to looking at the whole wall. So explain to me what this wall represents.
Above here, we have kind of the evolution of our uniforms done by Vandy Creations. Back when we were bringing them in Academy when we first started, all the way until kind of what we're doing now. Kind of lost our way a time or two in 1940 doing the orange, and then back in late 90s, early 2000s doing the bib and the tan and all that kind of stuff. So you'll see it, you get back to the traditional royal and the navy with the 3 stripes on the side.
And I hear that the fans are very opinionated when it comes to the changing of uniforms. Explain to me like what that's like working with, like keeping them in mind also while you're building out your uniform for the season.
So our fans are great, first of all. They do care about BYU and BYU football, which is awesome, and we appreciate their support. And they do care about the uniforms and how we look. So we do kind of take that into account every once in a while, like, hey, last year they didn't like this, or hey, they like this, or they're asking for, X combination or whatever. But really, we care about the players and kind of what they like and the coaching staff and their opinion. We kind of take it all in together and see what we can kind of come up with for the year.
So we're in the beautiful Space Sabers. What are we looking at here?
So here we have our uniforms hanging up. We have our Navy option, our Royal option. On the left-hand side is what we are currently using as far as these are the players and their correct names on it. The ones on the right side are backups or spares. If we have a guy rip a jersey or something, we'll go to the right side to pull that one. And then on this side of the Space Saber, we also have our white and our Navy and our white and our Royal options as well.
What does the process look like if you need to use a backup?
Last year we had it quite a bit with our defensive end. His jersey would rip or get so banged up where we'd wash it after the weekend and say, hey, this isn't good. And so we'll come over here and just say, okay, I need number 92. I'll pull it out. Okay, it needs his last name put on it. I'll put the name on it, captain's patch or conference patch or any of those kind of things. So yeah, we'll just go grab it, make sure it's the right size and kind of go from there.
Do the players, when they graduate out of the program, do they get to take the uniforms?
Yeah. So each player, when they graduate, they get to pick a jersey they want framed, as well as a helmet that they want. We encase that in a nice case for them. And then they also get to keep the bowl game jersey as well, because it has the patch on there, and it's hard to take the patch off and reuse a jersey and make them look presentable. So at possible, a senior could get 2 jerseys in 1 year, okay. And then as well as if we make bowl games the years before, they could walk away with all 4 uniform combinations there.
Nice. All right, let's build it out. So what we got for week 1?
So week 1, we're gonna be wearing Navy.
Okay.
So I'll just grab a Navy jersey here, and then we'll grab the game pants, and then we'll decal the helmet.
All right, so we have the week 1 combination here, pants and jersey. Who is in charge of selecting the combinations for the week?
We'll come up with the initial idea of what we're thinking as far as who we're playing, where we're playing, and that kind of thing. And then I'll meet with the leadership council and say, hey, this is our preliminary idea. This is kind of what we're thinking. What do you guys like? What do you don't like? And get their opinion on things. If there's a combination we haven't worn in a while, they want to wear it, something that we we wear too much and they don't like to do it, we'll kind of look at our win-loss record in certain things and say, hey, let's give it a little break and first see what we can do on that. So a lot goes into it, but the Leadership Council kind of put their final stamp of approval on it.
You also mentioned you look at the schedule and your opponents.
Yeah.
How does that play a factor?
Yeah, so we'll see who we're playing, where we're playing them, and that kind of thing. And so for an example is we played Colorado last year in the Alamo Bowl and we wore all white. Well, we play Colorado this year and we will wear all white again, just to try to replicate what we did last year as well. And so sometimes you take into the good and the bad as well. Oh, we wore this last time we played and we didn't do so hot. Let's try something different, or kind of those kind of things. But that's just one example of looking at whether it's home or away and who we're playing.
Do you personally, I'm not gonna tell on you, but do you personally choose not to do like an all white at a super, like, I guess, Southern school, or like a dirty?
So there is, a little selfishly, on the laundry side of things, cleaning up, it's like, oh man, they're a grass field. Maybe we can get away with royal pants today instead of white pants. But we have all grass at home as well. So it's kind of a catch-22 sometimes, but selfishly, maybe I do, but in the end of the day, it doesn't really matter to me.
Selfishly, you want Navy.
Yeah, we'll wear Navy every week and just call it good. Grass comes out of Navy and you can hide it a little bit easier.
Nice. Week 1, going with the Navy caps as well. Let's put some decals on it.
Yeah.
How do you get it prepped for this game day?
So what we normally do is we normally will start with the stripes here.
Yep.
Careful not to touch inside the center stripe. You'll get your fingerprint on there.
Okay.
We always kind of line it up with the front bumper here. Push it down, make sure it's down there like that.
So you did something with that on the back.
So I just kind of tacked it down so it was out of my way.
Oh, then there's my fingerprint.
Yes, you got the fingerprint.
There's my fingerprint. I guess you're not using this in the game.
So we won't be looking at that helmet too closely.
So here, on the bumper.
Just make sure it's kind of centered there.
Yep.
Okay.
So obviously we're working with the Axiom helmets with the cutouts. How do you kind of work around them?
We will cut our stripe here on the front. We do that on the back end. And so then I usually bring the helmet down like this. And then the trick on this is you'll see a cap right here in the top center.
Yep.
You want the center of your stripe to do that, but as you're pulling, you want to pull it nice and tight. And then we'll just do the same process where we kind of push from the center out to make sure that no bubbles are in the way.
How long did it take you to perfect this method?
Well, I was a student for 3 years.
Okay.
Doing this full time for another 4. So it takes a little bit of practice. But when you're doing it for 115 players on the team and 12 weeks out of the year, it adds up pretty quick. A little trick we'll do at the end too is we'll heat gun it to make it nice.
So you kind of mentioned like the Axiom. How is it working with RIDDELL?
RIDDELL's great. RIDDELL's great with us.
Yep.
And we have a really good partnership with them. We use their Insight technology, so we are able to track impacts on the head.
Nice.
And we get a report every day.
Okay.
And so I can take that to the coaches and say, hey, running backs, you guys are getting hit here on the top of your head a lot. That means you're lowering your head on contact. And so the coach can use it as a teaching opportunity. And we can also put our practice script in there and say, oh, so-and-so got hit really hard and 9:35. Well, that's period 4 for us. And we can say, oh, that was goal line. That would make a little bit of sense, or something along those lines. Our coaches kind of really adapted to it, which is nice. And we do this for the players and the player safety.
And I'm assuming you would take that data and be able to use that as like a coaching point, like maybe don't lower your head or hold it in a certain.
So last year with our defensive coordinator, he also coaches the safeties, and we had some safety impacts coming in. And he literally in position meetings say, guys, I'm getting this report, you're hitting the top of your head. It means you're striking with the top of your head. Keep your face mask up, face mask into the chest, not top of your head. And we did see improvement too, which is nice to see. We could probably hop to the Ys, that'll be next for you. This is a circle.
Yep.
And what's nice is our decal is also an oval. Now it's important to know how it sits on the table is not how it sits on a player's head.
Okay.
It's tilted a little bit up like that. And so when you put the decal on, you have to kind of account for that. I go down the center and then I work from the middle out on both sides.
All right, so this is week 1. Do you put the conference logos and stuff?
Yeah, so we'll do the front bumpers and the back bumpers as we have here already. And then on the chin strap, we put Go Cougs on there, just a little touch. But then also on the back, we'll do the Big 12 logo. We'll do the warning label and then the American flag and their number.
Let's build a fan favorite uniform.
Okay, fan favorite. So it has to be Royal. Royal jersey. They really like the Royal helmets. We wear all Royal when we play Utah. So that's obviously a favorite there just with the rivalry that we have with them. But from a classic home look, I think with the white pants, the Royal jersey, and then the Royal helmet with the new white face mask on there, it's pretty nice.
What's your personal favorite?
So I'm a Navy guy to begin with, myself. I think white and Navy is really clean together, but I do like, it's called the reverse Oreo, where we do the white and Royal helmet, the Royal jersey, and the white pants. I like that look. I think it's pretty clean, so that's probably my favorite.
What uniform combination has the highest winning percentage?
That's a good question. It has to be a Royal jersey, just because we wear that at home a lot. Either that or the Navy jersey. Playing at Lavelle Edwards Stadium's kind of a challenge for some schools, a lot of schools, and there's nothing like playing at home. So it's got to be the Royal jersey or a Navy jersey.